What if I told you that the Great Pyramids were not built by slaves, but by a hidden community of skilled artisans living in secret villages? These craftsmen dedicated their lives to creating the eternal resting places of pharaohs, mastering techniques lost for millennia. Today, we unveil the hidden world of these tomb builders, revealing their daily lives, sacred duties, and advanced methods that defy common belief. In this video, you will discover how these artisans lived, worked, and preserved a legacy etched in stone and history. Prepare to be amazed by the untold secrets behind Egypt's most iconic monuments. Subscribe and watch until the end for a journey through time you won't forget. Imagine stepping back in time to an ancient world where the Great Pyramids of Egypt were being built. Hidden from the bustling cities, there was a unique village where the artisans who crafted these monumental tombs lived and worked. This village was not just a simple settlement, but a carefully planned community designed to support the incredible task of building the final resting places for pharaohs. Unlike the common perception that slaves built the pyramids, recent discoveries reveal that skilled workers dedicated their lives to this craft, living in these hidden villages with families, workshops, and shared responsibilities. In this secretive settlement, each day was structured around both the demanding physical labor and the intricate artistry required for the tombs. Artisans specialized in various crafts, including stone carving, painting, and metalworking, and their combined efforts ensured the tombs were not only structurally sound, but also richly decorated with meaningful symbols and scenes. These decorations were more than mere ornamentation. They told stories of the pharaoh's life, beliefs, and journey into the afterlife, reflecting the spiritual significance of their work. The village itself was built to support this community's needs, featuring kitchens, bakeries, and even areas for relaxation, suggesting a well-organized lifestyle. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of medical care and communal meals, indicating that the workers were valued and cared for. This paints a picture of a society where the artisans were respected craftsmen rather than oppressed laborers. The discovery of graffiti and inscriptions on the walls of their homes provides personal insights, revealing names, jokes, and thoughts of those who lived there. Understanding this hidden village offers a new perspective on how the ancient Egyptians combined skill, organization, and community to achieve monumental feats. It challenges earlier assumptions and highlights the human aspect behind these timeless structures. For us today, this reminds us that great achievements often depend on the collective effort of dedicated individuals working together, supported by a thoughtful environment. Exploring the lives of these artisans not only connects us to history, but also offers practical inspiration about the value of skilled work and communal support in any ambitious project. Imagine waking up in a village where the air hums with the sounds of creativity and craftsmanship, a place where every stone laid and every tool shaped contributes to the legacy of a pharaoh's tomb. This is the daily life of the artisans who built the grand monuments of ancient Egypt. These skilled workers were more than just laborers. They were masters of their crafts, living in a community designed to support their extraordinary work. Each morning, artisans would gather in communal workshops, their hands steady as they carved delicate hieroglyphs or shaped intricate jewelry. Their work required not only skill, but deep knowledge passed down through generations. For example, stone carvers knew how to select the perfect limestone blocks, understanding their texture and strength to ensure durability. Meanwhile, painters mixed natural pigments carefully, creating vibrant colors that would last thousands of years on tomb walls. Life in the village was structured around the rhythm of work and rest. Meals were simple but nourishing, often consisting of bread, lentils, and fish from the nearby Nile. The artisans lived in modest homes, close enough to their workshops to return quickly after breaks. This proximity meant they could maintain focus and precision in their tasks, essential when creating the pharaoh's eternal resting place. Social life was also important. The artisans shared stories and skills, fostering a sense of community. Festivals and religious ceremonies marked key moments in their calendar, reinforcing their connection to the divine purpose of their work. Their role was not just about construction, but about participating in a sacred tradition that ensured the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Understanding the daily life of these artisans gives us insight into how ancient Egypt achieved such incredible feats. It wasn't just the grandeur of the monuments, but the dedication and expertise of countless individuals working together. This glimpse into their world reminds us that behind every masterpiece is a community united by purpose and craft, a lesson still relevant today in any collaborative effort. In the heart of ancient Egypt, the craft of building a pharaoh's tomb was not just skilled work. It was a sacred duty intertwined with beliefs about the afterlife. Imagine waking up early in a hidden village where artisans spend their days shaping stone and painting intricate scenes meant to guide the pharaoh through eternity. These craftsmen were part of a close-knit community, each with a specialized role, coming together to create a lasting monument that went beyond mere architecture. The process began with selecting the perfect rock, often limestone or granite, which had to be carefully quarried and transported. This alone was a massive challenge, since moving massive stone blocks required precise coordination and ingenuity. Once at the site, sculptors and stonecutters would carve hieroglyphics and reliefs on the walls, depicting stories of the pharaoh's life and his journey to the afterlife. These images were not decorative, but served a vital purpose. They were believed to channel protective spells and ensure the pharaoh's soul would find peace. Meanwhile, painters would add vivid colors to the carvings, using natural pigments derived from minerals and plants. The colors had symbolic meanings. For example, green represented rebirth and regeneration, essential themes for the afterlife. The artisans worked with an understanding that every stroke and detail contributed to the tomb's spiritual power. Unlike typical construction, this was an act of devotion. What's remarkable is how the artisans balanced artistry with engineering. The tomb had to be secure from tomb robbers, so hidden chambers and complex corridors were common. Architects designed these spaces with both functionality and ritual significance in mind. It's a bit like designing a puzzle, meant to protect a precious secret. Living in the village, the artisans shared knowledge passed down through generations, ensuring techniques and traditions remained intact. Their work was invisible to most, hidden away from the public eye, yet it played a crucial role in preserving Egyptian culture and beliefs. In understanding how these craftsmen built the pharaoh's tomb, we see more than stone and paint. We glimpse a civilization's values and hopes for immortality. Their dedication reminds us that behind every ancient monument lies a story of human skill, faith, and community. In this chapter, we uncover the secrets and techniques that the artisans of the hidden village used to build the tombs of the pharaohs. These skilled workers had knowledge passed down through generations, combining craftsmanship with innovative methods that allowed them to create structures still admired today. One essential technique involved the precise cutting and shaping of limestone blocks. Using copper chisels and dolerite hammers, they carefully carved the stones to fit perfectly together without the need for mortar, ensuring the tomb's durability over millennia. The artisans also mastered the art of transporting massive stones from distant quarries. They used sledges lubricated with water to reduce friction, allowing teams of workers to move heavy blocks across the desert sand. This method was surprisingly effective and demonstrated an early understanding of physics and materials. Inside the tombs, the walls were painted with vibrant scenes depicting the pharaoh's life and beliefs. The colors came from natural pigments, and the artists applied them using fine brushes made from reeds. These paintings served not only decorative purposes, but also religious ones, guiding the pharaoh's soul in the afterlife. Another fascinating aspect was the use of complex architectural designs to protect the tombs. Hidden chambers, false doors, and intricate passageways were built to deter grave robbers and safeguard the treasures within. This shows that the artisans were not just builders, but also strategists, anticipating threats and addressing them through their craft. Their combined skills reflect a deep understanding of both engineering and spirituality, highlighting how the construction of these tombs was a multidisciplinary effort. By exploring these techniques, we gain insight into the ingenuity and dedication of the pharaoh's artisans. Their work was not simply about creating a final resting place, but about ensuring the pharaoh's legacy endured through time. Understanding these methods helps us appreciate the complexity behind what might seem like static monuments and reminds us that ancient builders were innovators in their own right. This knowledge encourages us to look closer at historical structures, recognizing the blend of art, science, and culture embedded in their creation. The legacy of the tomb builders is not just etched in stone, but lived on through the stories and skills they passed down across generations. These artisans, working quietly behind the scenes of ancient Egypt's grandeur, contributed far more than mere craftsmanship. They were custodians of cultural memory, preserving beliefs about the afterlife and the divine through their precise and symbolic work. Their legacy is visible in the intricate hieroglyphs, the carefully carved statues, and the detailed wall paintings that still captivate us today. What makes their story particularly compelling is how their work reflects a deep understanding of both art and spirituality. For example, the placement of specific symbols in a tomb wasn't random. It followed a tradition meant to guide the soul safely to the afterlife. This connection between practical skill and religious purpose gave their work a significance that transcended time. It's similar to how a family heirloom passes value and meaning beyond its material worth, becoming a link between past and present. Moreover, the knowledge these artisans accumulated was often kept within their communities, shared through apprenticeships and oral teaching. This ensured not only the quality of their craft, but also the continuity of cultural practices. Today, archaeologists and historians rely on these tangible creations to unravel Egypt's history, revealing insights into their society's values, technological advances, and daily life. In practical terms, the tomb builders remind us of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and the skills that shape it. Their legacy encourages us to respect the craftspeople behind historical achievements and to recognize that every detail, every tool mark, carries meaning. Understanding their story helps us appreciate not only the monuments, but the human dedication behind them, offering a fuller picture of ancient Egypt's enduring influence.